if I could get my microphone. Now we're these last little bits of what you would call technical difficulties is all part of our plan. We planned this. We wanted to make our pilot
pre-pro. Yeah, pre-pro.
Pre-pro?
Pre-pro.
Pre-professional. Pre-professional grade. This is
pre-pro, pre-production.
What would you call this?
This, what we're doing?
Yeah.
This is our, what the professional
It's the
world
pilot.
will call a pilot. We are calling it jumping out of a plane without a parachute.
Yeah. So, with a little bit of background. So, I am Paul Jordane, Endgame Paul Jordane, Ronald Endgame Paul Jordane. And I'm a pro wrestler. I've been doing this for a while. Jimbo here is what are you? Wrestler / music player.
I've wear a couple of different pairs of gloves. I'm in two bands.
Two bands?
Two bands. One band's been around for a little while, and one band that I just started. We can get in more of that later if we want, but I
mean, where are you going?
And an occasional nowhere.
No one's going anywhere. We're lucky to have you here.
What are you talking about?
Jimbo got stopped twice on the way here because he wasn't socially distancing properly.
I wasn't. I was tailgating people. So that was a
6 feet.
That was a bad joke.
At least 6 feet.
Yeah, and I also
that was a bad joke.
I also am an occasional pro wrestler. I guess is what we could call it. I'd
he participates.
I show up from time
to time.
Hey guys, how you doing? I get my coffee in.
On to more important things.
Yes, because that's not important.
Jimbo and I used to actually do a podcast called Spitting Venom Radio. It was a podcast that he, I, and a couple of other friends started because we wanted to do our own type of podcast, like our heroes and people who we used to watch. I don't know. Why did we want to do the podcast? Was there a reason, or did we just like the attention?
I feel like we
think we like the attention.
We did like, well, you and I like attention. I think that's pretty obvious. So we like attention. But I think also it was just another outlet to be creative. And I think by getting other friends involved and more people, I think it was just, A, it was an excuse to hang out.
I
and
gotta
B,
put the charger on this. Keep going, though,
yeah,
because we're going to keep it going. We're going now.
We've
already done this.
And there's a hair in my fucking drink, and it just sunk to the bottom.
And whose hair is that? You made your own drink.
Yeah, but it's a tiny black...
Dreadlocks?
It's a tiny black hair. Not like a pube, but like...
Not like a red hair? Or
no, it's hair? Like... It looks almost like a really long eyelash. It's not a pube. It's just... Fuck, now it's at the bottom, so it's going to be like marinating in my drink.
Gross.
I know, I just mixed this. Anyways, the other podcast, yeah, it was just a way for us to get together and hang out and be a little... Express our creativity a little more.
Yeah, express our opinions, express our
But then it became complicated to get people together. Everybody's got different schedules, and when you're doing a show with so many people, I think it's kind of hard to get everyone in the same room at one time.
That's always a tough.
Yeah, but now it's
especially now we're not even supposed to be doing that.
You're not even supposed
anyway.
to. We're 6 feet apart. That's why you don't see us together on camera.
Exactly.
And also. There's nothing else to fucking do right now.
What else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do?
And there's stay-at-home orders, but I live right down the street, so I could just come over. I'm not endangering anybody.
No, we're not endangering anybody for fun. I think more people out there will be endangering each other at the grocery stores, going where everybody else is going.
That's
you need a refill or something?
No, I'm still worried about this hair.
Coronavirus. We're gonna talk about it. That was our preface. Other than
cue action music, fucking fucking. No, that's the thing though. I don't understand how it's like. All right, restaurants like what max capacity is like 250, 300 people in
right.
Your average little restaurant. So those are shut down, but yet you can still go to a freaking Walmart or Target or whatever grocery store you go to, and there's 300 people in there at any given time.
Yep. So you shut everything down, and you say, hey, guys, you can't be around each other because you might be spreading diseases against each other or to each other. And what? Do you want to go make you another
No,
one?
I'm
You
just
can go
gonna
make
drink
another
it.
one
I'm
if
just
you want
gonna
to.
drink
Well, I mean, you're just going to be keeping.
This
one
is
day,
my-
one day when we get this production where we want it to, we're going to be doing this shit live. Yeah, but the coronavirus is ridiculous because you have to stay home except for being an essential person, or you can go to the grocery store. So everyone can go to the grocery store, which is the one place that everyone's going to, and it's a closed off little area. And I know they're cleaning up as much as they can, but if you get
But you're not
a few
going through
coronavirus
the
people
aisle.
in there, it's screwed. You're screwed.
And I've seen they have some of their employees that are like wiping down all the carts as they come back in, and they have like their maintenance people are probably they've kind of upped their cleaning routines probably a lot. But the one thing you don't think about is when you're especially in like the food departments of these retail stores or grocery stores in general, the one thing you don't think about is they're not going around wiping off every pasta jar, every can, so you're always going to have people that are picking this up, picking that up, and they're like, oh, you know what? I don't want that. And then they put it back. And you don't know where their hands have been. So then you come back in, and then you pick up that same jar of pasta sauce, and then you're like, oh, yeah, that's my favorite. And you put that in your cart, and then your nose itches or something, you know.
Anything, yep.
You bite your nails or something. You don't even think about it, and now you're putting your hands back in your fucking mouth.
It's like I saw a meme of a guy waiting in line to get into a grocery store, and he had one glove on his left hand, and his right hand glove was off, and he was holding it in his mouth.
No, I think that makes perfect sense.
With his mask.
That makes perfect sense.
With his mask down as a necklace, and he had the mask in his mouth because he had to do something with his hand.
But another thing too is that you're wearing those fucking those latex gloves and stuff. But here's the thing: you're wearing those gloves and you're still touching every single. Now I don't know is latex exempt from coronavirus cells? Does it not stick? Because so you're wearing the gloves, you're going around touching all the door handles. Now you're touching fucking everything because you're unstoppable. You have gloves on. You don't give a shit.
Right.
So you're touching gas pumps, you're touching doors.
Right.
You don't care. You're a fucking free man. You got gloves on. But then you're going back to your car, so you're touching your door handle, you're touching your steering wheel, your gear shifter, all that stuff with those fucking gloves on. So everything that's on those gloves is now back inside of your car.
Right. And then you put that in your mouth.
Well, now that guy's just an idiot. But then you take those gloves off thinking you've been clean, and you're still touching everything.
Well, that's the thing. Here's the thing, though. They're touching everything, and I think that the gloves definitely help. They're definitely a good thing because you're not. It's not.
I'm not saying they don't help, but I'm just saying people still need to think.
So it's going to leak into your blood system through the skin or however it gets into you. Like they say that it's the cough and then some type of driplets. The driplets are what get you. Whatever the case may be.
I heard it's like these fat. It's like fat.
Right.
And it's like, so like when you wash your hands and they tell you 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song. And that time and friction, that gives the soap time to break down those fats. Now, people are going to, I'm not a fucking doctor or a scientist, so this is just what I've read.
We know.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I've heard that's what breaks it down.
Yeah.
And that's why they say 20 seconds,
right.
You know, because it breaks
but
that
people
shit.
don't clean their gloves.
They don't.
Especially if they have like so I get, if you get 100 pack of the disposable latex gloves, that's probably perfect because then you get a new pair of gloves each time you use it. You're good to go. Mm-hmm. If you have you're just risking too much having to clean. Yeah, for a whole pack.
Yeah.
You're risking it too much to have to clean your stuff.
Mm-hmm. And also, people too are like wash your hands, yeah, okay, that's the thing.
Always, you should always wash your hands.
But here's the thing, and okay, I was going to make another point, but I think that point's better. All the stuff that they're telling us that we need to be doing to stop this, I mean, other than the stay-at-home stuff, but no, even that. Okay, all right, I'm going to try not to make too many points at once.
At one time, man.
The shit they're telling you, okay, here's the thing. You should always be washing your hands. COVID-19 or no COVID-19, always wash your hands. Don't lick fucking doorknobs. And if you're sick, stay the fuck home.
Yep.
That's always been a thing. Like you know, people like try. Oh, I can't take days off, or everybody wants to be a fucking hero, and I don't take sick days. Always grinding, bro.
I don't take sick days.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's
okay,
sick.
Yeah. Right. So you're always grinding. You're not a bitch, but now you're getting everybody sick. Okay. Now look what you've done.
Right.
It's all your fault, bros.
Bros.
You bros.
It's the bros?
Why
do you have to put it on the bros?
It's the bros because they're always like,
it can't be.
I never get sick. grind, no days
No,
off.
but the bros, when they do get sick, they die. They can't handle being sick. I can't. Oh, my bones hurt.
Maybe that's what
My
it is.
bones hurt. I can't move. I can't breathe
I've
through
never
my
said
nose.
my bones hurt. So I don't
Oh,
know.
my bones hurt.
Or you get those people that can predict the weather based on how their body feels.
They can do that.
Oh, my hip's hurting. It must be raining tomorrow.
And does
I
it
don't-
rain?
I can't. I've never timed it, or I gotta start doing.
You've
that.
never. Yeah, you got to call them on their bullshit.
Yeah, next time I hear somebody be like, "Oh, my shoulder hurts,"
So do you think
so
that
it's gonna
animals
storm.
can tell if it's going to rain or not?
They eat their own shit, so I don't know if I trust their judgment.
I've been
You
preparing.
know what I've been preparing for lately?
What's that?
Ghost hunting. I have.
Where do you want to go?
Okay,
Go-
here's the thing.
Where? First of all, location.
Okay, well, can I start with something else real quick
guess.
before location?
Jeez. All right.
I do
Ghost
not.
hunting, guys. Ghost hunting. I didn't know we were going to head this
I
direction.
wish. See, you can see yourself in your camera. I wish I could see myself so I can know when I'm making points. That sucks. I can't see what I look like. Is it my good angle? I don't have any double chins or anything.
That's why I
don't
told you
know.
to check your angle.
I had my angle before. But anyways, I don't believe in ghosts. And again, for people out there listening going, God damn, they've talked about so many things in the course of 10 minutes. This is a pilot. We're finding our footing.
We're bumping around. We just want to see what we're going to do. What we're gonna
Ghost
talk
hunting,
about.
I do not for 1 second believe in ghosts and spirits, all that supernatural shit. I don't believe in any of it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people do. I've never seen a ghost. I've never experienced. Nothing's ever touched me, like, other than my uncle. But other, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Please clarify.
I'm kidding.
Please clarify. Poor uncle.
But no, he's actually dead. So how could he touch me? God, that's bad.
Good. Finally. Shit, I was hoping.
My family was not gonna listen to this. Fuck 'em. Anyways, now I'm coming back out of the hole. So I've never had any experiences. However, I am a sucker for those ghost hunting TV shows. It's such a
I used
gimmick.
to love those shows.
It's such a gimmick, but
used
it's
to
so much fun to watch.
Dude, okay. Linda Blair used to host this show, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but Linda Blair, who was the not the Blair Witch, but she was the
She was Blair something.
the girl who spinned her head when she had The Exorcist. She was the Exorcist. She was the little girl in The Exorcist. So, but she hosted the show naturally, and the ghost hunters.
Was her head spinning when she was hosting the show?
I wish
That
no.
would've been cool.
Unfortunately, no. This was realistic.
That would have been cool,
Dude,
right?
they used to put some strings on the
Fucking
fucking
host
doors
is like,
and shut the doors.
We'll be back in a moment.
I swear Ghost Hunters was fake.
No, here's the thing. Because
We've already had a ghost hunting show on my YouTube page with my little sister.
They
She got scared as shit.
always go
Gettysburg.
like, did you hear that?
Yep.
No, nobody heard it. Did you
No.
see that? Oh, sorry. All the fucking 35 goddamn cameras you have set up in the place didn't catch the
Nothing?
one angle that you
Right.
saw. So, but here's the thing. The reason why I'm getting into it is because I love first of all, I love the technology behind it, like the heat sensors and the fucking infrared lights and the little EMF detectors, and I don't know. It's just all the little gadgets that go into ghost hunting. I think it's cool, and I also love exploring like abandoned places. That's always been a thing of mine. When I've known a few groups of people over the years that like doing that kind of stuff, and I love it. Like we'll go out like midnight. We'll
Why midnight?
break in because it's just later.
Oh, and it's easier to break in somewhere.
It's dark and it's just better that
Yeah.
way, right? It's more creepy. It's more, you get more out of it. I don't know,
get more
but
out of
the
It sets the
primary
mood, for
reason
sure.
is it's easier to break in.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody around. So
Yeah.
like we would go to these places. Now we would never vandalize anything. We never spray painted nothing. We never broke anything. But we would go into these places, and most of the time the places we'd go into, there already have been tons of fucking people that have already been in there. So there's already ways that you can go in. So we'd go and we'd just explore these places and take pictures and just go through. It's just fun. I don't know what it is about it, but it's fun. Just to do that. And so I figured, okay, why not combine the two? I like exploring old, like just decrepit, abandoned buildings, whatever. And so I can explore abandoned places and ghost hunt, quote unquote.
So,
because what if I did find something, right?
Right.
Like what if, like, just I want a demon to run fucking straight at me like he's
Yeah.
going to tackle me.
yes.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's ever going to happen. But if I have all these, because I have a laser grid pen, so it's a pen that just projects this laser grid pattern, and the thought process behind that is anything that moves within that laser grid, it's going to show up. So you have that station somewhere. Then you have a infrared light and like a decent camera. So you have that set up. So you have all the lights out. And so that's going to just be your camera that's going to run. That's going to pick up anything that you may see. Then you have your EMF reader. That's going to give you any fluctuations in those like energy fields and all that shit. You know, it's going to pick up something, some kind of disturbance in the magnetic waves that's all around us or whatever. Then you have your EVP, electronic voice. Yeah, EVP recorder. So that is going to pick up any sound that you may not hear with your own ears, right? Then you have your tactical flashlight with your green light, because you don't want like a bright light, right? So typically ghost hunters have those green lights. It's just, I don't know if it's just like a ambiance thing or if it actually serves a greater purpose, but it's not overwhelming bright light. So you have all these little things that, you know, you're fucking using, and it's just fun. It's just
But
cool.
do you believe in ghosts?
I do not.
So you don't.
Nope, not at all. But I love going. Okay, so here's the thing. I love looking up like the most haunted places in Maryland, the most haunted places in PA, and I'll go to these places because it's like the most haunted shit. So I want to experience what all these psychotic fucking people are saying they experience. So I'll go my little gadgets and I try to experience this stuff. And it's just the thrill of the adventure too.
I literally think the same thing. I don't believe in any of the ghosts whatsoever.
It's just fun to do.
But I would love to hunt for them.
Yeah, it's just fun.
What if you do run into something that you cannot explain? Like forget the whole ghost thing. Mm-hmm. What if something does happen? You can't really explain it. Mm-hmm. You know, like because there's shit happens.
Because you can tell me all day.
Our brains cannot comprehend something sometimes.
And that's the other thing is your brain plays tricks on you. If you're think about it. Our whole lives we've been conditioned through like scary movies and cemeteries and all this stuff. Certain settings, certain environments make us nervous, make us scared, make us paranoid because we've always grown up watching those scary movies, hearing those scary stories. We're scared of the dark, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, not everybody's scared of the dark, but in general, you know, you're going to be less likely to hike through the woods at night than you would be in the broad daylight. Now I know there's animals and shit that come out at night you want to kind of stay clear of. I get that, but I'm talking just from a mindset. So then if you're in this environment, right, like you're in a graveyard at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, or you're in this abandoned hospital in the middle of the night, your mind's going to start playing tricks on you because you're already kind of spooked out. You're kind of fucking paranoid. So every little bump, every little thing you hear, you're going to be, you know, like you're going to be on.
Your senses are already
on right.
Yeah, your senses are already on edge.
Your primal fucking senses,
right.
The things that are in our bodies that have kept us alive forever. Like we still have like primal instincts. You know, it's just like when
that fight or flight mode starts kicking in.
Yeah, it's like when we want to do something but we're afraid. That's our bodies telling us, like, that's our bodies trying to keep us safe.
And it's more than just a thought of wanting to do that, because when you have that urge and then your heart rate spikes a little bit, that is your body trying to tell you, like, no, you got to get up and either you got to fight or you got to run or you got to do something. You got to do something, or you want to do something. Mm-hmm. But that's like a physiological. It goes down to a physiological. Sense.
Yeah, no, it gets very deep with that. No, I know, and I've done a little bit of studying on that. You know what I mean? Because I've been in certain situations that I've been, you know, a little uncomfortable in, or maybe a little. I don't want to say scared.
I used to think my grandma's ghost haunted me at our house, where she used to own and she lived in for like 20, 30 years, something like that. But she didn't die there. She died at the hospital. But for some reason, I thought that when I was younger, I felt like I was haunted.
Well, a lot of people say it's the actual energy, because people say, like, you know, like when you go to these historical like sites that maybe it was a like Gettysburg, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people say the reason why that's so haunted because of the war and all the battles, I should say. That so many people died on those grounds, that energy, like people have done like energy tests in those fields and have determined there's a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. Now, I've never personally seen those tests. I don't know what they were using for those tests and how legit they were, but you see like what the whole thought process behind it is that we have a lot of energy in our bodies, and when we die, that energy has to go somewhere. Now that's all, to me, that's all hoopla. That's all like what? Like you're trying to fit some sort of pseudoscience behind your I guess theory. You're trying to make it work.
What is it they're trying to make work?
Like when you die, you leave energy behind, and if you go to a place that's quote unquote haunted, like a place where mass murder has happened, or a lot of people died from something, or like a hospital, like those old school asylums that a lot of death happened in, like that energy is still there. Now again,
do you think that the energy is still there?
I don't, but now that's part of the whole EMF meter.
When people explain there's a dark energy. There's something evil happens. So, like, think about Gettysburg.
Honestly.
So, Gettysburg was really messed up. Really, like, there was a lot of, like, brothers killing brothers and all that other good stuff. Family killing family. This is Civil War. Like, It's not the first Civil War, and hopefully it was. I mean, there's been plenty of other similar Civil Wars since then, but, you know, it's just one of those things where so many people died, and it's in the collective consciousness of the people, to where they all know about how bad how bad this thing happened in this location. So that gives them some type of a mental note to be like, oh, well, you need to be careful there because a lot of bad things happen.
Yeah.
But they interpret that thing going on in their brain as, oh, there must be ghosts because something really bad historically happened there, and you remember that. And those feelings of something really bad happening, even though you're not witnessing it, you're not seeing it, you're not feeling it, you still have a bad feeling that something like, I feel it. I don't like this.
That's why, like, I've always liked those ghost hunters that provoke the ghost, because like you always hear those people like,
yeah, I like the provokers.
What's your
Come
name?
Come out, pussy.
We're not gonna hurt you.
Right? Like, how are you gonna hurt
We're
him?
here. Yeah. What are you gonna do to hurt the ghost?
Hurt a ghost.
Is it the ghost is hiding in a closet, like scared? Like,
right.
Oh, he's not gonna hurt me. Let me come out. You know, I like the people that are like, hey, come out, you bitch.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking piss on your floor.
Right.
Oh, what? This was your grandmother's room. I hope she likes my cock. You know, like I don't know.
I hope she likes my cock.
Just something that if a ghost were in there, it would piss them off.
Yeah.
It'd piss them off. You know what I mean? Like if
to get them to do something.
To get them to do
to
something.
prove yourself. Show yourself.
Show
yourself,
who's
pussy.
in here with us. Yeah, like that, all that stuff. Like, but again, it goes
Hello?
back to
Hello.
I just
those were so annoying. I hated those episodes.
I like the thrill of exploring and going to old places, and I like just just that off chance that something could happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if I'm running my EVP recorder, and again, I'm not a crazy ghost person. I do not believe in them. And all the stuff that I have, I got from Amazon. Like, I don't think I paid more than $40
but it spikes.
for one thing that I got.
But your EVP meter spikes. What happens?
So your electronic voice, so that's like your little tape recorder. Having some technical difficulties. So that's like your little tape recorder. All it is a fucking tape recorder. That's it. It's just a tape recorder. And but so that's what you use to record your atmosphere. Like when you're talking, you're asking questions. Again, the thought process behind that is that hearing something that you don't hear with your own ears, and then you play it back and see if you can catch anything. Your EMF reader is a thing that's going to spike or make a beeping noise when something in the energy or the magnetic fields around you, something fluctuates. That's what's going to go off. But again, going back to what I was saying though, I did not pay. I think, like, again, I got all my stuff off of Amazon, and I think the most expensive thing I bought was the EMF reader. That was $40. My EVP recorder was like 30 something.
You've already bought these things?
Yeah, I have them. I have them at home. My flashlight was like $14. My laser thing was like, I think the same, like $12.
You have the
whole
kit and caboodle though. You're ready to go ghost hunting now, or what would you have to get in order to go? If we wanted to go right now, would you grab your stuff and then we would be ready to go, or would we be missing something?
For the most part, I got everything. There are a few more advanced, quote unquote, things that I want to buy.
Mean, quote unquote?
Because I don't believe in this shit.
But you bought everything so far anyway.
Yeah, it's just cheap shit.
You
but
bought
also,
shit.
I can use all of that stuff for other purposes, except for the EMF meter. I don't think I'd ever be needing to test radioactive.
You ain't even gonna use that to catch a ghost. Let's be honest.
I can use.
Let's be honest.
I can use.
You're not gonna find a ghost with it.
I can use the EVP recorder for just like recording audio notes or just recording band practice or whatever like that. My flashlight has 4 different colors, so I can still use it as a flashlight, and it has a black light.
Rainbow flashlight, yay!
Black
a black light flashlight.
It's fun. It's all built into the same light. It's got my green light.
Does
it's
it
got
have
my
a strobe
regular
light?
It does. It has a strobe light. It has a laser. It has a black light or a UV light. It has the green light and it has the regular light. Then it has a strobe light. So you use that for multiple things. But no. All I'm saying is like I just bought the stuff just because I had a few people at my old job who were really into ghost hunting, and I like ghost hunting. I just like the fun of it. I just like the thrill of it. If I hear anything,
The thrill of it.
The thrill meaning like going out in the middle of the night exploring.
Everyone's going to see a ghost, but you.
Because they're crazy.
That was my point. I went on a ghost hunt with one of my exes in Gettysburg, and we were there, and we were in this little orphanage where these children were murdered. It had nothing to do with Gettysburg. It was just a place where a bad orphanage took kids who were poor and apparently killed a few of them. Everyone seen an orb. Everyone seen an orb. And you know what the orbs were, Jimmy?
Dust.
It was fucking dust from the Flash. And they would go in there and of course, the lady that was leading it she was a really good storyteller. Oh, she's a really good storyteller too. So she told the shit out of the story. She took these metal rods and was like, I'm going to talk to this ghost, and if it turns, all you got to do is wiggle your wrist and it's going to move. But there's such little movement that's needed. It doesn't look like she's moving, and it looks like they're moving it. Yeah. So then that moves, and everybody goes, "Whoa! The ghost is in the building!" And at that point, she was like, "Oh, by the way, now that we know the ghost is here because he proved himself, start taking pictures, y'all. Y'all gonna see them orbs. Everybody got an orb but me. Why did every single person in that goddamn podcast and that goddamn ghost hunt have a fucking orb but me? Do you know what I got in my picture? My flash went off and there was some dust in the corner and it brought up a little bit of a fucking light in the corner of the fucking picture. Yep, and that was all the orbs. That was everybody's orbs, right, Jimmy. That was everybody's orb.
So you got something out of it. You got your dust orb.
I was so disappointed. I wanted to see a ghost, but I knew I wasn't going to see a ghost because I don't believe in them. And it's kind of one of those things that you have to believe in to see it.
Well, I feel like you are letting your mind run wild. You're more susceptible, right? Big word for me, anyways. To having something happen, I guess. If you really believe in it, so it's just like anything else. People believe in fucking Santa Claus. I don't fucking know. Yep. So I'm comparing ghosts to Santa Claus.
Santa Claus was real.
So from COVID-19 to ghost hunting.
We didn't even talk about COVID-19.
We really didn't talk about it.
So COVID-19 happened, and so we heard about it, and you heard the build-up. The news was building it up. Everybody was building it up. And then all of a sudden, everybody was fired.
Everybody was laid off.
Everybody was laid off.
Shut down and social distancing. And
I've been planning on bringing this podcast back for a while, but I guess stop planning and start doing, right?
It's just a weird time right now. Like when I'm out and about, for essential reasons only.
Same here.
Everything is just like there's no traffic. I almost miss like rush hour. And I never thought I'd say that I would miss traffic, but I kind of miss it because it's like that's normal at least. Like
at 4 p.m.
I'm used
to it.
At
4 p.m. There's
you're just
no
bitching
traffic.
down the highway.
You're just going.
You're just going. Nobody's stopping you.
I've probably got more speeding tickets since COVID-19 has started than it hasn't.
It's just weird, man. Like I know the stay-at-home orders is to try to help flatten the curve and stuff like that. Like it's like this whole thing is crippling the country.
Right.
Like it's not our first.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying it's not our first time going through this. I get it. Maybe a little worse than other. I know they've found a lot of comparison to the SARS virus. And I know SARS went the fuck away in like July of like, I think it was like 2003 or something. July came and there was just no more virus. It was just gone. And there's so many
It's like the natural course of that
similarities to from SARS and COVID-19 that they're almost kind of hoping that it's going to do the same thing. Everything else seems to be matching up from what I hear.
Right.
I could be wrong about a couple of things. I'm no scientist or a doctor. So, but from what I understand, there's a lot of similarities, and they're just kind of hoping that, hey, who knows, maybe come late summer, July, August, this thing is just going to be gone.
That would be great.
It would be great because, and the one thing I was thinking about was I wonder if this whole experience is going to cause people to maybe not take everything for granted so much. I'm not trying to get all philosophical, all mushy or whatever the fuck, all, whatever. But I feel like now we're not able, you can't just go to Walmart anymore. You can't go out to eat to whatever restaurant anymore. You can't...
And everything be there.
You can't just buy toilet paper like you could any other fucking time. It's
That's a great point right there.
You're going through these... It's now we're starting to realize all these things that we took for granted. We're starting to realize, holy shit, maybe the whole you don't know what you got till it's gone thing, right?
Yeah.
So then when everything does go back to normal, I'm almost hoping people will be have that sense of gratitude. Have that sense of, appreciation for oh my God, yeah, this is... You know what I mean? I know me. I'm going to be happy. Mm-hmm. Yay, restaurants are back open. Yeah, I can go to a concert again. I can do a concert. My band can get out and play. Wrestling shows can be a thing again. Everybody can get back to work and do what they need to do. Now, for the longest time, even when they do start lifting all these stay-at-home orders and things start slowly getting back to normal, a lot of people saying, oh, it's not ever going to go back to normal. It's going to be a new type of normal. That may be true. Because I think what you're going to see for the longest time is kind of like what they do in Japan and stuff like that. You see just a lot of people wear those face masks. We've always seen it in places like Japan, and I think China maybe does that a lot. Where if they're sick or they don't want to get sick, they just wear those face masks. That's a foreign concept to us. No pun intended, because I'm talking about a foreign country. But that is a foreign concept to us. When we get sick, we don't do shit about it. Like I said, we still go to work. We still do everything we normally do. Some people stay in bed and take medicine or whatever. But I think now going forward, when things do start getting back to normal, so to speak, you're still going to see a lot of people wearing face masks, wearing gloves, just to be on the safe side. When they go to concerts, I guarantee you when concerts start happening again, the majority of people in those concerts are still going to be wearing face masks.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
For the longest time. Yeah, for the longest time, that's still going to happen. But I'll just be ready when... Obviously, I'm not saying it for selfish reasons. Obviously, I don't want millions of people getting sick and dying and all that stuff like that. But, you can only do what you can do to control what you can control. Stay at home, wash your hands, only go out if you really need to, stuff like that. So, people can still do their parts, but at the same time, you still got a lot of people that need to work. You got a lot of people that need to provide for their families. And
yep.
I heard some number 6 million additional people last week applied for unemployment.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
It's the highest unemployment number.
Well, yeah. So it's you just got
since they've been keeping track of it,
It's just weird, man.
But one thing that's crazy about it, and think about whenever it first all really started happening, and the news about the toilet paper was hitting, and everyone was talking about everybody.
Why toilet paper?
So just think about this though. Nothing's happened yet. At that point, nothing had happened yet. Everyone was going off of what the news said, and they went crazy. All you see is people saying, oh, coronavirus, we might have to shut things down for a little while because we don't want everybody getting sick. All of a sudden, you get a country full of hypochondriacs going in and buying everything and just maxing out all the systems that we have completely. And the problem is the people buying too much stuff. We have a family friend who basically went and bought out a whole bedroom full of medicine and paper towels.
See, and like that's not right, because I get it. Like if you feel like martial law is going to go into effect, you feel like you can't leave. Sure, stock up on the essentials, of course. Obviously, toilet paper is an essential.
You should have already
item.
done that though.
But the thing is that don't go to one store and buy 10 goddamn packs of fucking toilet paper, because then you're going to get some old ass person that needs the shit too. You're going to get these families that need it, and now they can't get it.
Well, that's the annoying thing, because if you have the room,
fucking Nancy has a whole goddamn fucking bedroom full of fucking toilet paper that she's never going to fucking use.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not
exactly.
Right.
That's the thing though. So people make fun of the Doomsday Preppers and all that other good stuff, but at least they got their supplies when supplies were in full. They're not going out and they're already set. They don't have to go out and hit Walmart because they already have their stuff.
Here's my thing. Like, I feel like if you feel like you need that, and I'm not even talking about just Doomsday Preppers. I'm talking about the COVID-19 fucking preppers. Like, okay, let's assume not everybody bought out every goddamn roll of fucking toilet paper out there. So let's say right now all the stores are filled or full with everything, right? If you feel like you need 18 goddamn packs of fucking Charmin, all right, then I know it's a little extra gas, a little extra work. God forbid you make people get off their ass and do something.
Right.
But maybe go to one store and buy one, maybe 2 packs. Then maybe, because God knows there's stores all over the fucking place, maybe go to another store and buy another pack. And then if you have to, go to another store and buy a couple more packs. Hit different stores so you're not buying all this shit. If you really feel like you need that much fucking toilet paper, at least hit a few different stores and buy 1-2 packs at the max. So that way you're still all leaving enough at that particular store for other people to come by. Instead of going, oh God, they got 20 rolls of fucking toilet paper, I'm going to buy 20 rolls of toilet paper. So yeah. And
There's just lots of gig work.
Yeah. Oh.
Lots of gig work. You should if
you need a job, you got a car.
So my regular job, I'm an auctioneer, so I sell houses. Right now we can't sell houses. Right now we can't do anything. We'll probably be shut down for a while, so I needed some gig work to pay the bills. And
I've never really had a regular job. But to like wrap this thing up, I think it's Ron and I have, or Paul Jordane and I have come back together. Ron's a excellent coach, I guess you could say. He's excellent.
All Bailey's friends call me coach.
You know what I mean? Like you're just really good at, like, when I want to shit on myself or I get
but you
down.
Do that shit too much.
Yeah, you're good at like getting me out of it, I need that, because I am surrounded by people for the most part that are going to tell me everything I want to hear. Yeah, and I hate that. Like, I want you to be real with me. I want you to be honest with me. And we've been working out together. Ron has a little gym in his
Jordane's gym, baby.
Jordane's gym, which a lot of videos are going to be coming up from that.
A whole lot.
I'm sure you've already seen some of his content, but we're going to be doing more workouts there. And it's kind of help rebuild me. I think we're going to do like a little segment where we're like focusing on like my workouts and my progression. So I think there's a lot of cool, exciting stuff coming out of that. We got a lot of good ideas coming.
Yep.
And I think having someone I've known for many, many years kind of in my corner helping me out, I definitely think I'm the kind of person that sometimes I do need an extra push. I need that kick in the ass sometimes. And, at the end of the day, it's all up to what you do. You know what I mean? You they can lead you to the water, so to speak, but they can't make you drink it, right? Mm-hmm. So having this assistance and this help and just this, and it's always fun to kind of do things together sometimes, like working out together. It's just more fun. You kind of motivate each other, you scream at each other, get that last rep in, or if you feel like you're about to fall off the wagon or you're not motivated, you have somebody go, no, fuck you, get your ass in the gym, do what so we all need that extra push.
And that's
sometimes.
The thing, because everybody has those days when they don't want to be there.
And that's when you got to do it the most.
That's when you got to do it the most. Because then when you get out of it, you always feel better. Mm-hmm. Even if the workout sucks, you still got through it. You have that accomplishing feeling that you got through it.
Someone said it best. They said, like just getting in the gym and doing something, even if it's not your full-blown routine, getting in the gym and doing something is at least better than sitting at home and doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
So at least you got in the gym and did. I'm not saying get in the gym and half-ass it, but if you're just tired and maybe you woke up really early and all you want to do is go home and sleep, and at least get in the gym and do something.
Exactly.
Because that's going to be a lot better than just going home and going to bed. So definitely.
It's a lot better.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I certainly feel like those days that you need to push through, those days you don't feel like doing it, because you're gonna have way more days that you don't want to do it than you.
Then you're going to be feeling amazing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your workout.
Yeah. And then you see that progression. You see everything kind of falling in place, and everything starts. Then you start feeling good. You start feeling better. I have friends who are definitely overweight and who just feel like shit all the time, and they just have no motivation, and it's like you just got, look, you are what you eat. And I don't want to go too far deep in all this. We're definitely going to talk about this more on later episodes, but you are what you eat, right? So I try to tell some of my friends, eating cheeseburgers and pizza, god damn, that sounds amazing, right? That's so good. But you eat it every single day, all that grease, all those fats, all that crap. You feel that. You feel it. Dude. And then it shows in your skin, right? Your skin gets shitty.
Oily.
And people call it the itis, right? They eat this big meal and they just want to go to sleep. No, that's not itis.
That's not healthy
That's your body trying to process
all this crap.
I heard someone say one time, good luck getting a workout in after eating a whole bowl of fucking pasta.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. You're not going to get a good workout in. You're not going to do shit.
A couple hours, man. Yeah.
Because your brain is processing a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
It's just all in what you eat and what you do. And and I definitely think later on down the road, coming in these later episodes, we're going to get more deep into this stuff. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool.
We want to we want to promote a healthy lifestyle, but we also want to have fun.
Not have fun doing it.
That's the main thing. We want to have fun.
Because a lot of people think you can't have fun.
Right. A lot of people act like it's
healthy.
supposed to be super serious.
So
that's our vibes that we're going for, man. And so I hope that you enjoyed this. This is not the first time. Not the first time. This is the first time that we're doing this, but this is definitely not the last. This is our pilot episode on ghosts, COVID-19, and all that other good stuff. So at least we got something out. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. This is our first podcast. Yeah. I don't even know what the name of this.
We don't even have a sign off yet.
We don't have a sign. We don't have a sign off. We don't have a name. We don't have anything. But we have the idea, and we have our first episode in the can.
It's in there.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Absolutely.
I'm Endgame Paul Jordane, Ronald Paul Jordane. This is Jimbo, Jimmy.
Jimbo. You just call me Jimbo. I don't really have a stage name. I don't have a gimmick. I'm Jimmy Lewis. Okay. So you can follow me on Instagram at I am Jimmy Lewis. And
you're not fuck Jimmy Lewis anymore.
Yeah, I'm not fuck Jimmy Lewis.
Why did you change?
I just had so many different names. I was like, F you Jimmy Lewis, fuck Jimmy Lewis.
So
I don't know.
To yourself.
I am. So finally I just typed in I am Jimmy Lewis, and it fucking worked. So I am Jimmy Lewis.
There we go.
Some people love going Jimmy fucking Lewis.
Yeah, I like that. I like Jimmy.
You know what I mean?
Lewis,
So Jimmy fucking Lewis. So anyways, that's who I am. If you give a shit, and I'm
Endgame Jordane. At Endgame Jordane, Twitter and Instagram. Paul Jordane on Facebook. Jordane.shop for all of my merchandise.
All right, people. Thanks.
Wave bye.
Wave. We're
come over here. Come over here and pose.
We're going to come over here.